Look, if you're planning to start a business in New York, or if you've already been running one, there's one piece of the puzzle that you absolutely cannot ignore: your registered agent. Now, let's be real. Is this the most exciting part of launching a company? Probably not, but make no mistake, it is easily one of the most critical. So choosing the right registered agent is literally the difference between sleeping sound at night and waking up to a surprise legal judgment from a lawsuit you didn't even know that existed. So this breakdown covers the pros and cons, the real pricing, and exactly who these services are actually best for. Whether you want an absolute best overall balance, or a premium option with advanced legal packing, or just the cheapest way to stay compliant with the state, everything is covered right here, so let's get into it. First off, under New York law, appointing a specific third-party registered agent is technically optional. Why? Because the New York Secretary of State automatically steps in as your default agent. But while the state handles bare essentials, relying solely on them is a pretty risky move. The state just forwards your legal mail via standard delivery, which means massive administrative delays on lost documents are incredibly common. And that is why the vast majority of businesses choose to hire a dedicated professional service to make sure they never miss a critical notice. But beyond basic mail forwarding, there is another massive New York rule that completely changes the financial game, and it's called the New York publication requirement. The law strictly says that within 120 days of forming your LLC, you have to publish a notice in 2 separate newspapers for 6 weeks in a row. But here's the massive financial catch. Those publications must happen in the exact county where your LLC is legally registered. This is where choosing your registered agent becomes a massive strategic weapon. The cost of newspaper ads varies wildly depending on the business location. For example, if your business address is registered in an urban area like Manhattan or Brooklyn, those heavily inflated newspaper fees can easily skyrocket to around $1,500 just to print that notice. And on the flip side, registering an address in more rural New York counties offers incredibly cheap options, often drop your total publication cost down to just about $200. Now, some owners try to bypass this by using a friend's home address in a cheaper county, but doing that permanently exposes that personal home address to the public record forever. And this is why utilizing a professional registered agent service strategically located in a low-cost rural New York county is the smartest financial move you can make. It instantly slashes your publication fees by over $1,000 while keeping your personal home address completely private and secure. If you fail to finish this publication and submit your official affidavit within that 120-day window, the state will suspend your LLC's authority to do business. So, when looking at the top providers, pay close attention to which county their physical office sits in is absolutely key. All right, let's jump straight into the choices. So the top 5 agencies operating in New York right now have been thoroughly vetted based on core reliability, pricing structure, data privacy, and customer support. For anyone moving fast and wanting a quick breakdown for 2026, here is how the top options split code. Best overall, Zen Business. They consistently deliver the strongest balance of modern automation and user-friendly tracking. Best premium option is going to be LegalZoom. They undeniably go to if a massive national brand name and serious legal backing are the priorities. Best privacy protection, Northwest Registered Agent, the absolute gold standard for data security and legally slashing New York's local publication fees. For best branding support, Taylor Brands, an exceptional fit for anyone wanting to build a visual identity right alongside their compliance. Best budget service is going to be Bizee, the undisputed king of cutting upfront business creation costs down to $0. Now, let's blow the lid off these providers one by one to see how they actually perform in the real world. All right, coming in at number 1, Zen Business. So Zen Business has been a major distributor in the corporate filing world. While they might not have a multi-decade history of some legacy giants, they have completely revolutionized the space of leaning heavy into modern technology and sleek automation. So the reason they rank at the top comes down to the pure convenience. Zen Business provides an incredibly intuitive digital dashboard that keeps the registered agent side of the LLC completely hands-off. The system automatically tracks state deadlines, handles annual reports, and stores legal documents in one central place so owners never have to wonder whether something important showed up in the mail. Pros and cons: looking at the highlights, the platform is fantastic at managing ongoing state compliance, offering rapid document alerts, and providing a high user-friendly digital layout. On the flip side, the pricing model is something to map out carefully. Zen Business hooks owners with a very competitive rate of $90 for the first year, but that price point shifts to $199 a year from the second year forward from their registered agent renewal. But for the business owners who values top-tier technology, automation, and zero administrative headaches, Zen Business delivers a rock-solid framework. Next up at number 2, LegalZoom, our pick for the best premium option. Pretty much everyone in the business world has already heard of this brand. LegalZoom is undeniably the heavy hitter in the legal filing space, and they're firmly positioned for business owners who want far more than just basic mail forwarding addresses. So beyond just scanning paperwork, LegalZoom provides a massive integrated legal ecosystem. This includes a comprehensive library of customizable legal forms, identity theft protection up to $1 million, and direct access to vetted attorney advice networks for business consultations. If a founder anticipates needing ongoing legal advice or simply wants the security that comes with a massive nationally recognized corporate brand, LegalZoom is a great fit. The pros and cons: looking at the highlights, the biggest advantage are brand equity, excellent customer support infrastructure, and a massive corporate scalability. They can easily support a company through complex legal transitions as it grows. On the downside, the main obstacles is the cost. $249 a year, LegalZoom is tied to the most expensive provider on the list, and many of their advice features require upgrading to higher tiered paid bundles. But if budget isn't the primary concern and a business needs a massive legal network backing them up, LegalZoom is a highly dependable way to go. At number 3, Northwest Registered Agent, ranking as the best for privacy protection. So Northwest is a massive favorite for local entrepreneurs because they are entirely no nonsense. They've been running since 1998, they're family owned, and they run a very strict corporate philosophy. They value data privacy above everything else. Unlike many modern tech platforms, Northwest does not sell client data to third parties. They run their local servers right down to their security codes. But here's the massive strategic weapon for New York business owners. Northwest's physical office is located in Albany County. Remember the brutal New York publication law mentioned earlier? Well, by utilizing Northwest's Albany address on the official state paperwork, an LLC is legally allowed to publish its mandatory notices in local Albany newspapers instead of expensive New York City publications. And this single geographic trick instantly slashes those mandatory printing fees from $1,500 down to just about $200. And for a highly competitive flat rate of $125 a year, Northwest provides premium data privacy, local same-day mail scanning for every single document received, and direct access to corporate guides, who are really highly experienced human experts of automated phone bots. However, their online user interface is definitely more utilitarian and looks a bit old-fashioned compared to some of the flashy automated dashboards on the market. But if someone wants a highly reliable, privacy-first service that actively saves them over thousands of dollars in hidden publication costs, Northwest is an incredible option. Moving on to number 4, we have Tailor Brands, which serves as the premier option for integrated branding support. So Tailor Brands approaches the market from a completely different angle. They did not start out in a traditional dry legal filing company. They launched as an intuitive digital branding platform. And this makes them a highly practical choice for creating entrepreneurs who are starting a business completely from scratch. So think about it. When launching a new venture, an owner does not just need a registered agent address to satisfy the state of New York. They immediately need a professional logo, functional website, customized business cards, and active social media marketing tools. Tailor Brands solves this by bundling their compliant registered agent services directly inside a digital business-in-a-box suite. Pros and cons: the major advantage here is the sheer convenience of building an entirely online identity and handling legal compliance with the exact same dashboard. Their AI design tools are highly intuitive and perfect fit for hitting the ground running. On the flip side, the main drawback is that they are a relatively new entrant into the legal compliance space compared to legacy veterans like Northwest. Additionally, the long-term subscription costs can run higher if a business owner only wants a bare-bones registration agent address and has no actual use for website builders or design tools. It is a premium, creative ecosystem, but it's an excellent fit for anyone wanting to handle their branding compliance simultaneously. Rounding out number 5, Bizee, which used to be known in the industry as Inkfile. They underwent a massive rebranding recently, but they've been a giant in the business formation world for years. Bizee is an outstanding budget pick, especially for brand new startups looking to launch a New York LLC with minimal upfront financial friction. So their biggest selling point is an incredibly aggressive pricing model. If an entrepreneur uses Bizee to file their new business entity, their basic silver plan carries a $0 service fee. But here's the real kicker that beats out most of their free plans on the market. Bizee includes a full year of their registered agent service completely free of charge inside the formation bundle. Pros and cons. So looking at the benefits, getting a free year of registered agent for the first 12 months is a massive cash flow relief when trying to digest New York's other startup fees. After the first year, the renewal rate is just $149 a year, putting them at the lower end of the pricing tag across the market. And on the flip side, the main drawback are their checkout processes are heavily packed with upsell prompts and add-on offers that can inflate the final bill if someone isn't paying close enough attention. Also, their customer support can also only be reached during normal business hours, so getting live support on weekends is out of the question. But for pure upfront savings on a new launch, Bizee is incredibly tough to beat. Before diving into the specific brand rankings, let's talk about how New York actually works, because the Empire State has some incredibly unique rules that can catch you off guard. Now, let's talk about money. Standalone registered agents in New York generally run anywhere between $99 to $249 a year. So just keep a close eye on how each platform structures its bill. For instance, while a provider like Bizee throws in a free year of registered agent service if filing a new company through them, Zen Business still requires a $90 fee for that first year of compliance tracking. So, what is the final verdict for the Empire State? It all comes down to specific business priorities. For tech automation, choose Zen Business. Their automated dashboard and compliance alerts are perfect for a smooth, hands-off experience. For legal backing, opt for LegalZoom if a massive national brand name and direct access to attorney networks are the priorities. For privacy and maximum savings, go with Northwest Registered Agent. Their strategic Albany address legally slashes mandatory newspaper publication fees from $1,500 down to just $200. It is the absolute gold standard for New York. And for branding support, select Tailor Brands if the venture needs an identity setup like customized logos, website tools alongside compliance. And for free initial filing, pick Bizee if the goal is to score a $0 business setup plus a full year of free registered agent service to keep initial cash flow high. Therefore, it's best to weigh the unique superpowers of each platform to determine which provider matches the specific needs of the entrepreneur's journey. Look, whichever provider stands out, the bottom line is just don't try to go at it alone. The legal risk of missing a major lawsuit notice or having a personal home address splashed all over public internet just isn't worth the few bucks saved by cutting corners. Hopefully, this quick breakdown makes the New York business journey a whole lot clearer. And if this actually brought some real value to the table today, do a quick favor, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. It really helps to make more real-world business guides like this to keep coming out. And if anyone needs to dive into the deeper fine print, the full comprehensive article is always live on the Bizreport website. Appreciate the time, best of luck with the brand new New York LLC, and see you in the next video.